Oh, yeah.
I mean, when he goes attacks that rebound, is different than most players.
He's relentless on the offensive boards. I think he more than most players I've played with, makes it a habit of just going about every time. And DJ in LA was great. He went to the boards. He was relentless in that. But Daro, the way he pursues it, he can run, from like the left wing where he's spotting up and track down a ball on the right side. I mean, it's really impressive.
What no team? We might have gone through this already, but I just want to revisit it one more time because you've been around so long. No team has ever won 16 in a row to go into the playoffs. Was there just a human danger, a subliminal thought that among players that maybe it's easier, maybe it's seeming easier than it really is?
No.
Okay.
Was communication on defense something that you guys talked about after game one, or just display, things like that? Did you see that was any part of some of the things that happened on the perimeter with Boston?
Yeah, some of it was communication. Some of it was just trusting our concepts, but it was a little bit of both.
And are you subscribed to the theory that, like Brett's talked about this, that it might have taken a game for just you guys to get back into the swing of the field of things at this time of year?
Yeah, sure. That makes sense. Yeah. I'll agree with my coach.
With a pick and pop pick like Horford, you end up late switching a lot. Does that put a little extra pressure on communication maybe?
Yeah, I mean the timing of that is tough because the guard is, we're going over screens, so we're in pursuit. So it's tough at times to put on the brakes and reverse course. But as a general rule, if you see the back of his, we call it the crack of his, but if you see the crack of his, you peel back. So we have to be better. I don't necessarily think, other than the one play with Larkin where he threw back, that wasn't necessarily what hurt us with Horford. I mean, he scored and manipulated the game in a variety of ways. So in those late reds, we're gonna end up having to peel out and maybe play post D, get into double teams and in rotation. The only issue with that, of course, for them is, as you sort of get into that, rolling him into the post, now you're talking about 7 on the shot clock, 8 on the shot clock by the time he gets down there, and it's late shot clock.
You said you weren't so stagnant, but you were more stagnant than usual.
Yeah.
Do you think, when Joel posts up and they're kind of staying kind of that area where you guys kind of...
No, when I say stagnant, I don't mean that because look, no one. I guess this the other day, no one doubles Joe. Like Chicago doubled Joe. There's no team in the league this year that doubled Joe every time he got the ball. Teams are going to mix it up. They don't give great players the same look every time. As a general rule of their defense, they're always in fan outs on penetration in the post. They don't overhelp. They sort of rely on one-on-one, and if it gets deep, maybe they dig here and there, but that's not the stagnant I was talking about. We out of our A to B off makes, any set plays where there are opportunities for second side action, like that's where we got to be better. Joe in the post is an offense unto itself, and that's the balance that we have had to have the whole year between the movement side, the ball movement, and the body movement side, and then posting Joe. And sometimes it can happen organically, and sometimes it's off set pieces.
JJ, you guys start the series. First series one, you have home court advantage. You go to Miami, the place is half empty. Boston has home court.
It was
advantage,
it was not half empty.
It
All
wasn't-
right,
it
let's
wasn't
give
as
it
many
let's give it
people.
at
Give 'em more
least
credit.
like 80 to 90%.
But you walk
We'll
into the
give the
Garden-
Heat fans some credit here.
You walk into the Garden completely
There's a lot of
different
things to do in
atmosphere.
Miami.
How does that factor the change in atmosphere, or no, does it factor into what happens?
I don't think the atmosphere had anything to do with the other night. This is one of the best atmospheres. I've said this 3 times now. This is one of the best atmospheres in the NBA, if not the best. But it has nothing to do with the result of Game 1.
As one of the great shooters of all time, obviously, when you have personally have an off shooting night? Does it gnaw at you for a couple of days? Do you run it
no
over
question,
your mind and
no
say,
question.
you know, yeah.
It's always the beautiful thing about the NBA is that you can have an off shooting night, and generally speaking, within 48 hours, you have an opportunity to remedy that. But yeah, I mean, look, if I miss a free throw, it gnaws at me. I mean, there's no such thing as a perfect game, but in your pursuit of precision, you're trying to. It's a quote from Billions. In your pursuit of precision, you're trying to get as close to perfection as possible. But it's near impossible. But those are the things that keep you up at night for sure.
Thanks,
Yeah.
JJ.